Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. I'm Guru Dan, your host. We are going to do the Golden Light meditation again. So everybody get your beverages, get comfortable. Those of you here have already been instructed. Those of you watching online, these videos work better when you participate instead of just watch. So that being said, it's better that way. All right, let's get started. Please get into a comfortable position. If you are physical, get comfy. If you are non-physical, get focused. Yeah, I know some of the energies are wild in some places, and then they're really, really calm in other places. I think we'll be more focused on the calm today. Please take some deep breaths. If you're non-physical, please tune to the pulse or the wave of the breath, so that we can all get on the same energetic page. Those non-physicals that are watching and not participating are going to help in other ways. Awesome. Thank you. Because it is all about a fair exchange of energy, is it not? All right. Begin focusing on the totality of yourself, your physical selves. Non-physical aspects, don't have to do this part. Just become aware of all of you. You might be aware that you are a consciousness inside this body. You may sense your body. You might be aware of your immediate surroundings. You might be aware of your outdoors. You might be aware of the space above. You might be aware of the space below. And in this spatial awareness, imagine a golden light coming from somewhere in source, entering your awareness, coming to you, presenting itself to you. Allow this energy in. And as it wells up within you, allow it to radiate outward, all around. It's just the golden light of source energy. It is a representation of all energy. It does not have a connotation on it. It is neither positive nor negative. It is everything. It is all energy. Allow this idea to settle into your field of knowledge and awareness. Non-physical beings can tune into the color gold. Your color gold may have a particular tint to it or a hue. It might be a green gold or an olive gold. It might be an orange or a yellow gold. It might be a darker, like a blue gold or a black gold, or it might be a white iridescent gold. All gold is allowed. If it is a tint, if you sense a tint or a hue, that tint or that hue is just for your vibration. That is acclimated for your vehicle. That's perfect. If it's not your idea of gold, it's a slightly different gold, then that's the gold that it needs to be for you right now. Please allow that to be what it is. That way the gold is allowed to be whatever the gold needs to be for you. So I only say the color gold, but I don't say if it's like a bright sunshiny gold or if it's a darker kind of greenish gold or what kind of, the hues are whatever your spiritual flavor on it is. So if you're envisioning gold, but it's a slightly different tint or hue, that's perfectly what it needs to be. So what am I really saying? The definition of the word gold has a broader definition to include all these different tints and hues. That the term gold is a broad term, means many golds. All golds are fine. All golds are what we're calling for, so it's fine. There is no gold that's wrong. Maybe I should say it that way. Take some deep breaths. If you're very sensitive, you can sense the goldness kind of coming in and then flowing out. It causes this kind of golden wave. It begins this cosmic pulsing. And if you don't feel it, that's perfectly okay. But there's this motion that if you don't sense it, it's okay. But it's an implied motion. It's there if you know it's there or not. This wave, because it's a wave, is a frequency. It's a particular kind of frequency. It's a frequency, it's a natural frequency to us, this co-creative event. And again, if you don't sense it, it's okay. If you sense absolutely nothing, that doesn't mean it's not there. It just means that your vibration is already so high that you're already attuned to it that you may not sense it at all. You may feel nothing. Sometimes when you feel nothing, that's the perfect thing to be. Completely, totally neutral within that frequency range is sometimes the most perfect way to be. So I know sometimes people say, well, I didn't feel anything. Well, good. That's perfect. But if you do feel something, that's perfect too. It's all good. Thank you for allowing me to explain that to those that might be listening, watching, in case they were wondering. Oh, okay. There's going to be some kind of special divine feminine energy expanding through our event today. So to help facilitate that, even though we're kind of in our golden space right here, can you imagine from somewhere, anywhere your perception can allow, deep within the earth, somewhere as far as your perception can reach, that a golden vortex of energy begins heading your way from the earth? Hi, Christine. I'm going to mute you. Come on in. We're just getting started. We're doing the golden light meditation. If you can get into a meditative state, have some golden source light energy come to you, fill you in, and then emit from you so that you can catch up with everybody else. And then I just got the message that some divine feminine energy is going to expand. So I'm asking everybody to the reach of their perception from somewhere deep inside the earth to envision a golden vortex energy, I don't know, about the size of a good pipe, maybe 2 inches, a little golden vortex coming up from Gaia and up through your golden field and out the top of your golden field to infinity. Up from infinity, up to infinity. Yeah, the cosmic cattail joke again. I don't know who thinks that is so hilarious, but they keep telling me they just laugh and laugh. It's probably Gaia because she's always laughing. She probably thinks this is great. Of course she does. Just a mental note. It's just odd to me right now that we got Shannon, who's a bird lady, and then we got Sonia, who's a bird lady, and then here comes Christine, who's a bird lady. Perfect. What do the birds have to say for us today? Got some messages they're going to help with. Good deal. Just going to take a couple of deep breaths here and let Christine catch up. Envisioning her golden light. Envisioning her golden vortex pipe. If you can become aware of your electromagnetic field, your torus, that meets in the heart chakra and mushrooms out either side, omnidirectional, kind of like a great big energetic donut, for lack of another visual. And from your heart chakra, if you can envision a golden light tendril of energy coming out your heart chakra and extending in front of you a comfortable distance, and imagine that energy turning into a, what we would call a flat kind of golden surface, like a wall or a board, like a blackboard, or it'd be a golden board or a golden wall. Let's just call it a wall today so I don't get juggling terms. So this golden tendril comes from the heart chakra out a comfortable distance and forms this golden wall. Mine's a glowy golden wall. It's kind of got this golden aura all around it. This will be our workspace. Just a golden tendril, just a golden wall. Mine's iridescent. It's see-through. I can see past it, but it also has enough substance I can see it where it's spatially located. So just a wall, golden wall. And on our wall, we are going to put images. And I'll explain them by groupings. So let me start with the first one, which will be us or you. If you have come for healing for yourself, or if you don't believe you need any healing, but you never know, still, prevention is the best medicine, yeah. Envision yourself or imagine yourself in a healed, happy state. Now, if you want to draw from memory, you might go back to childhood and find an aspect of you that was healthy. If you've always been ill and that's difficult to do, then just imagine what a healthy, happy you would look like in your mind. Imagine what a healthy, happy you is, and take a mental snapshot, take a mental image of that being that is you. Envision a healthy you, and then take that image and take that picture and place it on your golden wall. This healthy, happy image of you on the golden wall. And then just leave it there. Because there's nothing else to say or do. We don't need to go into every aspect of why we think it's not healthy. This is the healthy, happy one, period. It goes on the wall. So place that image on the wall. Now we're going to expand that idea. If you are here for a family member, a friend, or group of friends, envision them in a well and happy state. Find an image of them in your mind of what they would look like, healthy, happy. You might envision them smiling or content. And find that image, take that snapshot, and put it on the wall. And let's take a moment here, because I know some of us are here for a lot of other people, or we are aware of an awful lot of other people. So let's take a moment and put our people, close, intimate people that we are aware of, and let's put them on our wall. Non-physical beings that are observing, who don't have images or things that they need to put on the wall, if you will please amplify the images of those here who are placing things on the golden wall. All the higher aspects and higher selves, all of those, and yourselves, please. Thank you. So that we can amplify the energies in all the realms. So it's okay for you personally, if you can't exactly remember what somebody looks like or can't quite envision them all the way happy, then the non-physicals will help amplify. They get the idea. Your idea will be conveyed. You don't have to know every iota of their image. It's mostly the intent. So you have the idea of this person, their identification, their name, or maybe even their place of where they are. And you say, this person, the intent is wellness, health, happiness, peace, and place them on the wall. And these are just the close ones. And then we're going to do another grouping of ones that we don't know. So don't worry about the ones that we don't know just yet. But family members, friends, close friends, ones that we're aware of, maybe even chat friends that we might be aware of, or internet friends. Put them on your wall. Okay. You may also, if you want extra added amplification, personally call in your own ancestors and other perceived past non-physicals to also help amplify these ideas. Okay. Wow. For those of you here, I'd like for you to envision like your palm out, or you can put your palm out, either hand. I'm holding my Reiki in my left hand. It's always kind of poised right here, so my right hand is free, usually to do other things. So I place my right palm out, and then envision, however it gets there, like a golden drop of energy there that swells up and turns into like a basketball-sized sphere, a golden sphere of energy. And imagine that this sphere can be split in half, and you can take the top off of it. And so take the top off of it and set it there beside the other one. And now inside this golden sphere, I'd like for you to imagine, let me explain first. At any given time, we might be aware of peoples who might be in a strife or an unwell condition, or maybe they're experiencing a catastrophe, maybe they're experiencing, I don't know, some other kind of strife, maybe they're experiencing a wave of illness or plague or whatever they're suffering from, these suffering others that we might be aware of, but we don't know who they are, we don't know how many there are, but we'd like to do something for them. So if you could take this group, this small collective group of peoples that you're aware of, and take this awareness and place this awareness in the sphere. Place the awareness in the sphere, all these people that we'd like to offer healing to, people in droughts, people who have experienced, I don't know, whatever catastrophe or calamity, volcanoes, tornadoes, anything. There's people that we wish wellness to, but we don't know who they are. We just know that there's many. The small, well, depending on what you call small, under 1 million probably, of people who are suffering, but we are aware of them. Even though we don't know them, but we'd like to do something for them. So please take that perception, all these groups that you are personally aware of, and take this perception and put it in the sphere, and then put the top back on the sphere, and then take the sphere and stick it on your wall. Hope I said that clearly enough. Tried to explain that clearly. Take the whole idea of them and put them all in that sphere, and put the sphere on the wall. And it just sticks there, kind of like you ever rub a balloon and stick it to the wall. It's kind of like that, only you don't have to rub this, because the gold attracts the gold and it just sticks there all by itself. So to sum up the wall so far, we have ourselves on the wall. We have our close family members and friends on the wall. We have now this sphere of others who we might be aware of on the wall. And now I'd like to make a group for domesticated animals, or animals that are owned. All right. These can be everything from lizards all the way up to what? Horses, elephants, giraffes, donkeys, dogs, cats, birds, lizards. I said lizards, cats, snakes, gerbils, hamsters, animals on the ground. And then after this section, we're going to do animals from the water. So just the ground animals that are owned, or animals that are under a care of people, or penned in. So animals who might be ill, or animals who just need, well, no, let's do animals that are ill. So at any given time, we are aware of friends that might have, say, a kitten that's not well, somebody who might have a dog who's unwell, somebody might have an animal that's become injured somehow, maybe a bad fetch accident or something, or maybe it sprained a thing, or it ran really hard and lost its balance and maybe sprained a back or a hip or whatever these things, or any other kind of strange animal injuries. Whatever the animal is, imagine the animal in a well and content, peaceful state. So here's Fluffy in a well content state. Here's Fido in a well content state. Here's Gizmo, the lizard, in whatever well content state. Whatever the animal is, envision it in a well state and place that vision on the wall. I'm taking an extra moment here because I know Christine has an awful lot of animals on her mind. And I want to give her ample time to cover all of her groupings because she's got animals. You got horses and donkeys and dogs and kinds of critters and creatures and things. And then there's the other one, you know, there's cattle and other things, and chickens and stuff. Wellness for the kept animals. And then right after that, I'd like you to envision another golden sphere somewhere around your hand. Same as before, this golden sphere has a split in it, and you can take the top off and opens it up. And inside this sphere, if you are aware of any animals that are unkept animals, or what we would call wild animals, lions, tigers, bears, oh my, those kinds of things, animals who might be experiencing some kind of strife, and we would wish them well, and we want wellness for them, and we want them to be content, and we want them happy and healthy. This would be wild horses, wild elephants, wild monkeys in the jungle, howler monkeys, any kind of monkey, any animal that's a land animal that you are aware of that is in any kind of strife, whether it's in a drought area or a flood area, any animals that you would want safety for, or you have any kind of concern for, or any animals on the planet that you are aware of that you would wish better for or healing for. Whatever groups of animals you are aware of, take this awareness, because we can't see all the different animals, but we can take this awareness of all the animals, wishing well-being for them, and take this perception and put the perception in the golden sphere, put the top on it, and place this golden sphere on the wall. There are animals that we don't even know the names for, but if you kind of know what it is, put that idea in the sphere, kind of lump them all together. It's all right. People might say, well, you didn't think of each and every animal. No, we thought of all of them. So this is more of a collective healing. All the monkeys are in the sphere. All the animals are in the sphere. All the things are in the spheres. It's all covered because it's intention, the intention of wellness, the intention of healing, the intention of love is in place, and that's what's needed. Now, animals of the water, ocean beings, or freshwater animals. Freshwater, we might be aware of a pond that maybe the water's a bit brackish, and some of the animal marine life in that water might not be feeling so well, and you would wish wellness for it. Imagine another golden sphere, and all the marine life on the planet that you might be aware of that's in some kind of strife or some kind of unwellness. Please take the idea of those beings, the perception of those beings, and place it in this golden sphere. Any marine life, whether it's saltwater or freshwater, all of the animals that you are aware of who might be in a strife condition, and you wish wellness for them, health for them, place this perception in that golden sphere, put the top back on it, and place this sphere on the wall. Now we're going to get a little bit personal. If you are aware, actually, let's start with another golden sphere. Imagine another drop of golden energy comes in your hand, turns into this golden sphere. This golden sphere is split. You can take the top off. Now let's get personal. If you or someone you know or are aware of a situation where someone is experiencing trouble in life, what kind of troubles might this be? Somebody who's fighting with another family member, somebody who's fighting with a loved one, someone who is lonely, someone who is suicidal, somebody who is abnormally unhappy, any kind of mental, say an unhealthy mental state, and you wish for them happy mental state or mental healing. Say, getting busy over there, she is. So anybody who's experiencing a mental illness or a mental troubling time, somebody who is going through strife or adversity, and we wish for this to be healed, or if you are having a problem with something or somebody or some others, then let's offer this healing to that as well and place this idea in this golden sphere and put the top on it and stick this on the wall. Now we're going to go outside of the box a little bit. Envision another golden sphere in your hand. It's split. You can take the top off. Please open it. If you are aware of any non-physicality having any kind of strife or troubles or problems, if you are aware of any alien races that could use some assistance, or would you like to offer some assistance to alien races, to some healing energies that they may not have access to any other way? It doesn't matter what race they are, who or what they represent or do not represent. We are only addressing the spiritual, positive, I guess, side of this, for lack of another way to say it. In other words, from total forgiveness, we're saying if we are aware of any of these kinds of beings and we wish for them some assistance, let's take this perception and put it in the golden sphere, place its top back on, and take this idea and stick it on the wall. Let's take a moment and look at the wall. And look at all the well-being. Just notice all the well-being there. All the love and kindness and compassion. It's just the best wall ever. Somewhere around the middle of that wall, on its backside, somewhere around the middle of that wall, somewhere in its energetic center, imagine a golden tendril of energy coming out the back of that wall and going a comfortable distance out. And just envision a clear space. And inside this clear space, I would like for you to envision our planet Earth in that space. Our planet Earth as viewed from space. Your planet Earth might have a moon next to it because we have a moon aspect here. Along with our planet, we have a moon. Your vision may or may not have a moon in it. But please envision the planet Earth from any angle you choose, or it might be spinning, or it might be static and you just see one side of it. Any representation of the planet. Envision the planet there, our Earth. And we might be aware that there might be trouble spots located on different portions of the planet, but we're not going to focus on that right now. What I'd like to focus on is the lack of that. As you envision your planet, I'd like for you to notice that there's nothing wrong with this planet. That every time you look at it, it's perfect just as it is. All the lush bits are lush. All the green bits are green. All the rocky bits are rocky. All the water bits are wet. And all the beings that you might be aware of on the surface of this planet, you might not see them from this far out. But the ones that you're aware of, I'd like for you to envision that they're okay too, that there's nothing wrong with them either. There's nothing wrong with this whole picture. There's nothing wrong with this image. That this image of Earth is the best image that we have to offer. On this Earth and this moon, if you have a moon, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It is as perfect and as pristine as we have to offer. So let's take a moment, just a moment, to envision our perfect Earth there. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask the observer part of you to kind of come up from all of this and just notice your structure. Here is your golden self. in one position, and then attached to you is this golden wall in its position, and the other side of that, attached to that, is this earth, with or without moon. I'd like for you to also observe from this position the perfect trinary placement of this co-creation, right? See the structure of it, and then see us positioned around with our structures, and how this sets up a resonance, right? I don't know if you're aware of this resonance, and then it gets amplified, and then non-physical amplifications as well. Plus we're grounded through Gaia. Huge circuit of well-being, amplified by the Trinary, amplified as much as we can amplify. I'd like for you to look at planet Earth again and notice the golden tendril from your wall to the earth, and lovingly snip that connection and set the earth free, and let it float away in its perfect state, in its wonderful state of well-being. Let it drift away and drift to source, and let it drift from view, and let it go. I'd like for you to observe your golden wall with all the energetic representations that you have on your golden wall, all the golden spheres with all the golden perspectives, all the perspectives in them. Become mentally aware of the tendril between you and your golden wall, and find a spot of that tendril and snip it and set your golden wall free. With all your healing intent, with all your compassion intent, with all your love. Let it drift away. Let it go out of sight. Let it go back to source. Now please come back to the golden representation of yourself. This golden you. And I'd like for you to recognize that the earth we set free was the best earth that we could ask for. That the golden wall that we set out was the best we could give. That was the best of us, that we send that to source. And now we are here in our kind of golden cocoons. But we are not going to separate from this, because there's no reason to separate from source. So what we're going to do instead is just let this ride. We'll just let it be. And if it stays with you all day, great. If it stays with you all week, great. If it stays with you longer, great. If it never goes away, great. Or if it slowly fades or does whatever it does for you is okay. So for now, begin bringing your awareness back to yourself again. Take some deep breaths when you're ready. Become aware of your feet. Become aware of your legs. Become aware of your torso. Become aware of your shoulders, your neck, your head, your arms, your face, your eyes. You may begin to become aware of your surroundings again, your immediate surroundings, your room, your indoors, your outdoors, your placement on the planet. You may become aware of all of that again. All right, I'm going to begin to separate. Just want to check if there's anything else. Seems pretty quiet. All right. The aliens are really happy. We gave them some shout out. Okay. I'm glad they like it. I just want them to be well, right? Because this is about well-being. It's not about ideas or stuff. This is about healing. This isn't about hurting. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Wow. Oh, really? Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me do that with you all. It's really nice. I don't know why it always seems to get so warm. I have to find out about that. There was a message. What was the message? Oh, yeah, Ashante. Well, we kind of addressed that when we were in the meditation. But you can send me a list if there was some that weren't addressed. So yes, we can. So what I'm going to do now is end the recording, but we can all stay and talk, those that are here. Those that are not here can find the video on YouTube as soon as I get it downloaded and uploaded, and then I will share that link out. I don't have any announcements. Plan on being here next week. I'd like to thank supporters for those that have supported so far. Thank you very much. If you'd like to support, the PayPal information will be on each YouTube video down in the description. If you'd like to support the Galactic Reiki Distance Healing or Wellness Wednesdays or myself, Guru Dan, that would be super awesome. So until next time, thank you all, and I'll see you next week. And then I'm going to stop the recording, and then we'll be able to talk. So see you all next week. See you then.